We are the champions of England. How do we start this video? How do we put it into words? How do we define our emotion? How do we put it into a video? How do we speech it? My voice is on overtime at the minute. My vocal cords are ripped. I don't know what's up with them. I've got no voice left. I'm pushing and pushing to say something. Last night, when we became champions for the first time after 22 tough years, you seen the scenes out there. You saw what it meant to every single Arsenal fan out there. This is just the beginning of the start of what is about to happen. I mean, on a Tuesday night when we're not even playing, the fans that turned up outside the Emirates, the scenes was unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was chaos in a good way. The whole footballing world stood still last night. So many said stuff. So many sat in silence. And we know the ones that have sat in silence and are still in silence. But sooner or later, they're going to jump on the bandwagon and try and give Arteta his flowers. But I tell you what, you can shove those flowers where the sun don't shine. But I tell you what, this is about Arsenal and Arteta and the squad. This squad that have been fighting for the past few seasons. When it started with the likes of Ben White, he's brought in a couple of players that are still there. Saka's come through. Martinelli, he's stuck with him and stood by him. He brought in Trossard. He got in a couple of players that he thought would win him the league, but it didn't. But he kept going with the media pressure, saying he's always the bridesmaid, never the bride, always finishing second again, or like the whole fan base of the Premier League, apart from Arsenal, wanting Arsenal to not win the league. We've had it all against us, but just imagine what Arteta's had against him. The media pressure, trying to get him sacked year in, year out, saying he has to win, he has to do this, has to do that. But there's other clubs out there that have gone 13 years without a title, but you won't hear anything about them. Another club that have gone 10 years, another club that have gone about 70 years. You ain't going to hear shit about them. I tell you what, Arteta is a legend. I cannot wait to hear what he's got to say. At the time of recording this, I don't know if he's said anything in the past hour, but I tell you what, Arteta, what he's done to Arsenal and the culture is something we've never seen before. I know we've had the Invincibles and FA Cup wins and, doubles, but this is just the beginning. If that's what it was on Tuesday night, just wait until you see what happens at 2 p.m. next Sunday on the 31st of May. And especially if that Champions League comes home as well. We've been waiting years and years and years. I remember 20 years ago this week, when we lost the Champions League final. I remember it like it was yesterday, wearing that yellow top, watching it with my big brother, my eldest brother. And we was 1-0 up after a red card, and then we lost it. It was unbearable. It was unbearable. And after that final, we didn't win a trophy until like 2014. The pain, the shit we've had to bear with. I live in Manchester, let's not forget. So after Manchester United, it's been Man City. I've had it all. I've heard it all. I've lived through it. I've lived through every single bit. And then you've got Liverpool on the outskirts. I've seen it all. But I've represented Arsenal the best I could. Always supported us. Always had the arguments for all these bitches that have always tried to knock us down. I've always had something to say. And today, we've all got something to say. For the next weeks, next months, make sure you're being insufferable. Because that's what they call us. Let's prove to them that we can be insufferable. This is our moment. Yeah? Let's enjoy it. Put it out there every single day. Remind everyone we are the champions of England. Remind every one of your neighbours, your friends at work or at gym or your social media. Just put it out there every day. Forget the World Cup. This is Arsenal. We're bigger than the World Cup. This needs to be spoken about for weeks and months. We've won the league. Do you understand what that means? 2004. The shit that's happened since then. We're champions of England. I could say so much, but my voice is my throat is killing me, right? And I'm not doing it any justice. I'm supposed to be, look, I'm over the moon. It's not hit me right yet. It doesn't feel right. No, it feels right, but it's not sunk in yet. Every day we get closer to Odegaard and whoever lifting that trophy, it will feel like it. And that parade is going to be special. That parade next Sunday is going to be special, especially if we can get that Champions League over the line as well. This squad, the way they celebrated and came into the training facility, watched it together as brothers, as sisters, as a family, as a unit, is all down to Arteta. It's all down to Arteta. You've seen the videos from Saka, from Timbers, from Skelly, from Rice. You've seen the bottles from Odegaard and Hincapié. This is a family. We are the champions of England. And we've got to keep on going. We don't rest on our laurels now. Now we go for a couple of more. By the end of 2029 and 2030, I want to have Arsenal having at least 16 league titles. We're on 14 now. Listen, there's going to be a lot of videos out over the next few weeks and months. But I tell you something, it's been difficult for me personally. I've had another kid come into this world, a blessing. He's only had to wait 4 months for a title. I've had to wait 22 years. So the videos have, been less over the past couple of months. And that's the reason why, it's difficult running a family and finding the time. It's not easy. But hopefully, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going and growing. And I tell you what, I'm over the moon. The last time we won the league, I remember I was a young boy. Now, I'm a father. I've got a wife and 2 wonderful boys. Listen, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. Listen, we are the champions of England. Just shut every single one of them up. Whoever says anything, just tell them we're the champions. Just tell them we're the champions. All this talk about Arteta's not this and not that. He's got the same Premier League titles as Klopp. Declan Rice has got more Premier League titles than Steven Gerrard. Saliba Gabriel's got more titles than Carragher. So the next season when Carragher and that say, you've got to do this and that, he doesn't know what it's like to win a title. We've shut the whole footballing world up last night. And long may it continue. We've shut them all up. We're going to get everything out that's been bookmarked. Gary Neville a couple of seasons ago saying Arteta, once he's got 4th, that's his ceiling. What's he going to do when you've got Klopp there, when you've got Pep there? I tell you what, he's kicked them both out of the Premier League. They're both running away from the student. The students slashed his master with the katana. Yeah? He's beat him up. And he's running away from his dojo. And Arteta's the one there now. He's the master. He's the one who's going to take control of this league now. He's the king of London and the Premier League. You're not going to hear the end of it. This is the Gunners. This is the start. My voice is gone. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. We're the fucking champions of England. We are the champions of England. That's number 14. Victor Gyökeres came in and took the number 14 shirt, scored 14 Premier League goals and got us that 14th Premier League title.